And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2016 Desert Classic put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. And we are underway in an Upperclass Division pool game, and it features Show Baseball out of Southern Arizona against Rocky Mountain Black out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Each team playing their first pool game in the tournament. As we get things underway, it's Jacob Riamas leading off for Show Baseball. He's their shortstop, but he's up there with a count of 2 balls and a strike. Make it now 3-1. Riamas the leadoff hitter as the 3-1 pitch is over for a strike, and it's 3-2. Keanu Kalamayan bats second and plays second for Show Baseball. Joey Miranda, the catcher, bats third as that pitch misses for ball 4, and so Riamas has a leadoff walk to get things started. And he's aboard at first base for Keanu Kalamayan. Again, it's Miranda batting third, working behind the plate. Then Josh Marlott, the left fielder, bats fourth. Troy Gutbub, the third baseman, is fifth. Hitting sixth in the order is a designated hitter, Jaime Garcia. Daniel Miranda is an extra hitter, and he bats seventh. And Isaac Barella bats eighth and plays first base. Miguel Valenzuela in right field bats ninth. And rounding out the order, the center fielder, Brandon Kaler. Got something going on here with the catcher for Rocky Mountain Black, and so we'll let them sort things out. Just getting underway here in the top of the first. Now back to play, and the first pitch to Kalamayan over for a called strike. St. John Garrett, the starting pitcher for Rocky Mountain Black. And a line drive, and that's into left field. That's down for a base hit, and it might be extra bases. The lead runner stops at third base, and pulling in at second where the double is Keanu Kalamayan. So a walk and now a double to get things started for Show Baseball in the first inning. It'll bring up Joey Miranda. First pitch to Miranda misses low for a ball. Second and third with nobody out in the top of the first inning. Will work to set the Rocky Mountain defense as that pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Damon Jensen starts in left field. Ethan Keller is in center field, and it's KJ Seriani in right field. A high pop-up in the infield. This will be the second baseman there, and he gets under it to make the catch. Miranda pops out for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Josh Marlott. The infield then is Zach Owens at third base, Mitch Holst the shortstop. It was Landon Gomez at second that made that catch on the pop-up. Jordan Eldred is at first base, and Tyler Boggs works behind the plate catching St. John Garrett. And Garrett steps off. 1 out, runner still at second and third. Just getting underway in the top of the first inning. And the first pitch low, ball 1. And next pitch at the knees, a strike, and the count 1-1. Each team will play 2 games tomorrow, and then they'll meet again in the final pool game on Sunday morning. That pitch high, and the count 2-1. Garrett with the nod, and the 2-1 pitch bounced in and stopped right at the feet by Boggs, and the count goes to 3-1. Marlott back in, and Garrett's pitch bounced in for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, and with the first base open, throws ball forward to the cleanup hitter. So Marlotte to first base. It brings up Troy Gutbub with the bases loaded and 1 out. Boggs out to talk to his pitcher Garrett for a second time in the inning. Working on trying to get him dialed in as the plate umpire is on his way out to break up the conference. No score to this point, but 3 aboard and just 1 out in the top of the first inning for show baseball. And the first pitch to Troy Gutbub is high and away, ball 1. And a fly ball into left field. That'll send Jensen back under it to make the catch. The runner from third base will tag. The throw, this is the cutoff man and way off the mark. And so a run is in. Gutbub with a sacrifice fly to left field. He gets the RBI as Oriyama scores from third base. Kalamayan goes from second to third. Maybe surprisingly, the runner at first base, Marlotte, didn't take off. Again, that throw was high and way away from any cutoff man, and so a chance to take that extra base, but did not take advantage of that, and the pitch then is in the dirt for a ball 1. I guess the other possibility, though, is you're not sure if he's going to make the catch, and it becomes the one of the shorter throws, and so perhaps the runner Marlotte at first base was halfway or even 2/3 of the way to second. And a ground ball. Go to second base for the out. And that will end the inning. So Marlotte is forced at second base, and that ends the top of the first inning for show baseball. They get a run on 1 base hit, couple of walks in the inning, and 2 runners left. And after a half inning of play, it's show baseball 1, Rocky Mountain Black coming up. Ethan Keller, the leadoff hitter for Rocky Mountain Black in the bottom of the first inning. Shortened to bunt, pulls back and takes inside ball 1. So Keller leads off in center field. Mitch Holtz bats second and plays shortstop. Then Zach Owens, the third baseman, bats third. KJ Sirianni in right field bats fourth. Lana Gomez at second base bats fifth. Pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Hitting sixth is the left fielder Damon Jensen, and Tyler Boggs, the catcher, is seventh. Ray Vargas in as a DH batting eighth. Joe Rivera, an extra hitter, ninth, and Jordan Eldred at first base bats 10th. The 1-1 pitch. And that's a pretty well hit fly ball, but that'll hang up there, and Valenzuela over to make the catch, and the leadoff man retired in the bottom of the first inning. And with Mitch Holtz coming to the plate, we'll give you the defensive alignment for show baseball. It's Marlotte in left, Kaler in center, Valenzuela in right. Gutbub plays third. That's Rayamas, the shortstop. Kalamayan at second, Varela at first. Joey Miranda behind the plate catching Aaron Hernandez. Ball off the end of the bat, fouled off the netting for strike 1. Hernandez into the wind, and the 1-strike pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, but that's going to be a foul ball by quite a bit down the line. And the count 0-2. And back to it in the 0-2. Missed well off the plate. Deep breath, now the wind, and the 1-2 pitch. Took a little off, missed low, and it's 2-2. And Hernandez with the 2-2 offering. And that's popped up. Third base side near the dugout and out of play. One out, base is empty in the bottom of the first inning. Rocky Mountain Black trailing Show Baseball 1-0. Hernandez a slow worker even with the bases empty. Here comes another 2-2. Missed off the plate, 3-2. And back to the wind, now a 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout of Holst, the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Hernandez, and now he'll go after Zach Owens. And Owens takes strike one. That one over the outside corner. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Yeah, this one got started just a little bit late, scheduled for 7:45 first pitch, and instead the first pitch came across at 7:54. Pitch just off the plate, and they count 1-2. We're on the Reds minor league complex here at Goodyear Baseball Complex. It's the spring training home of the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians. And again, we're on the Reds side. There's a fly ball into shallow center. Out goes Kalamayan, and he's there to make the catch. Kaler was coming in, but it was Kalamayan's ball until he was called off, and he makes the play to end the inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down first for Rocky Mountain Black, and after one, they trail 1-0. First pitch fastball to Daniel Miranda, misses high for a ball. Now 2 balls and no strikes. It's Daniel Miranda, Isaac Varela, and Miguel Valenzuela for Show Baseball in the second. Yeah, the pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Yeah, next pitch low, 3-1. Yeah, that'll be ball 4. So Miranda aboard here in the second inning. Isaac Varela will bat for Show Baseball. First pitch bounced in, but kept close enough by Boggs that the runner does not try to advance. Yeah, the next pitch bounced, and that one's blocked by Boggs, and the count's 2-0. Two and 0 on Varela with a runner aboard. Pitch misses away, and it's 3-0. That's going to miss for ball 4. So Garrett coming out here in the second inning and has given up back-to-back walks after a couple of walks in the first inning, and we'll get a timeout from the Rocky Mountain Black dugout. Playing in the second, 1-0 Show Baseball. And the first pitch to Miguel Valenzuela, low for ball 1. And now that pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. 2 aboard, nobody out. Top of the second inning. Show Baseball leading 1-0 and looking to add on here. Now look back to second base. And that ball behind Valenzuela, ball 4, and that loads the bases. Well, the base is full and nobody out for Brandon Kaler. First pitch high, ball 1. And pitch for a strike, the count 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded for Show Baseball, all 3 by way of the walk. Pitch for a strike, and it's 2-2. And down on strikes goes Kaler for the first down of the inning. Garrett now a ground ball away from pitching out of big trouble here in the second. Back to the top of the order for Jacob Riamas, and he fouls the first pitch back to the screen, strike 1. Miranda in to score. Bases stay loaded, and now Calamine, that ball bounced in. And that's ball one. Now 2-0 here in the second. And that pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0. Another one misses away. And that'll send Boggs out to talk again to Garrett. First game of the tournament for each of these squads. As I mentioned earlier, they'll both play 2 tomorrow night and then 1 on Sunday morning, trying to advance to the championship bracket. And that pitch high for ball 4, and that will walk in a run. And that makes it 3-0, and the batter is Joey Miranda. First pitch, curveball over for a strike to Miranda, who popped out his first time up. And the next pitch high, and it's 1-1. And a hit by pitch forces in another run as Miranda is hit. Valenzuela scores. Base is still loaded. Another timeout, and we're going to get a pitching change. 3 runs across for Show Baseball in the second. They lead Rocky Mountain 4-0. So a pitching change for Rocky Mountain Black. Dylan Carlson, the right-hander, on to pitch. And pitching in some trouble here with the bases loaded and 1 out in the inning. First pitch over for a strike. 3 straight walks low to the bases, then a strikeout was the first out. Riamas hit by a pitch to force in a run. Calamayan walked to force in a run. Miranda hit by a pitch to force in a run. Next one low, and it's a ball and a strike. So the bases loaded, 1 out, 3 runs in the inning. It's a 4-0 lead for Show Baseball. The 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. And as Josh Marlott is at the plate, came out of his shoes on that one, but was only able to foul it off. Now they count 1-2. And now time called at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. Show Baseball trying to get out in front in a big way here and secure their first pool win, but still a long way to go. Breaking ball, low and away, and the count 2-2. We're in night number 2 of the 2016 Desert Classic. It's the first of 3 straight weekends worth of tournaments put on by Southwest Woodbat Classic. And that pitch inside, and is that going to be a foul ball? Yep, I guess that's going to be the call. So another 2-2 pitch on the way. And that breaks over the inside corner, a called third strike. And that's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Troy Gutbub, who had a sacrifice fly to drive in the first run back in the first. He's got a chance to do a lot of damage here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. And next pitch outside, they count 1-1. And the next pitch, a fastball inside, 2-1. Carlson with the set and the pitch. And he breaks that one over for another strike, and it's 2-2. Plate umpire started to ring him up, but that was just the second strike. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And so 3 strikeouts in the inning, but 4 walks and 2 hit batters lead to 3 runs. And after an inning and a half, Show Baseball leads Rocky Mountain Black 4-0. KJ Sirianni leads off for Rocky Mountain Black in the second and takes strike 1. Sirianni, Gomez, and Jensen due up in the second. And the 1-strike pitch fouled back to the netting, and it's 0-2. Show Baseball gets all 3 of those runs in the second inning without a base hit. 4 walks and 2 hit batters. And the 0-2 punched into shallow center field. Back goes the second baseman. Kalamaya there for the grab, 1 away. Ball fouled off on the first base side for strike 1 off the bat of Landon Gomez. And now the 1-strike pitch. And a slow ground ball on the left side, picked up by the shortstop onto first base and in time at first. So Rianas picks it up and gets enough on the throw to at first base to get Landon Gomez 2 away, and the batter is Damon Jensen. First pitch to Damon Jensen, outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, trying to bunt, and a good one on the third base side. Gutbub picks it up, but no play at first base. And Rocky Mountain Black has their first base runner, Damon Jensen, with a bunt single. And that'll bring up the catcher, Tyler Boggs. high pop-up on the left side of the infield. Riamas, the shortstop, there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So a 2-out bunt single, runner left at first base after 2, still 4-0. Jaime Garcia leads off in the 3rd inning for Show Baseball and takes outside ball 1. Daniel Miranda, Isaac Varela to follow in the 3rd. And a high pop-up, foul territory down the 3rd base line. And just out of the reach, Owens, Hulse, Jensen all give chase. Hulse was the player closest to it, but well out of his reach. And the count goes to 1-1. And a check swing. And that is strike 2 as Garcia went around. And a pop-up, and this will be played by the pitcher Carlson. He's got it for out number 1. Daniel Miranda, who walked and scored in the 2nd. And first pitch over for a strike. Miranda trying to get it started for Show Baseball in the 3rd. Takes a fastball high. And breaking ball low and away. I think we're at a 2-2 count. Was 2-2, and a called 3rd strike gets Miranda 2 away in the inning. No matter Isaac Varela. First one over for a strike to Varela, who walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And that ball punched into shallow right field. That's a fair ball, and that'll be a base hit. Varela aboard with a 2-out single. Brings up Miguel Valenzuela. First one of Valenzuela over for a strike. And a breaking ball over the outside corner, strike 2. Two outs and a runner at first in the top of the 3rd, 4-0. Show Baseball with the lead. That pitch misses for a ball. That ball fouled off as Valenzuela gets just a piece. And we stay at 1-2. And that'll do it as Valenzuela is out on strikes. And Show Baseball turned away for the first time in the ballgame after 2.5. They still lead 4-0. Ray Vargas leads off in the bottom of the third and takes a fastball in the outer half of the plate, strike one. Aaron Hernandez into the line and the 1-strike pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And the next pitch low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joe Rivera, Jordan Eldred to follow for Rocky Mountain Black in the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball, misses away, 2-2. Ball hit into shallow center field, and a diving try by Kaler in center, but he ended up diving well short of it, so a leadoff hit. And Vargas aboard at first base for Joe Rivera. Rivera with a swing and a miss for strike one. Leadoff hitter aboard for Rocky Mountain Black as Hernandez retired the first 5 hitters of the ballgame. Gave up a bunt single to Damon Jensen before a pop out into the second. And now a hit to start the third. Ball bunted, picked up, and fired onto first base, and that is in time as Gunbub throws out Rivera. 5-3 on the sacrifice, 1 away as Vargas moves to second, and the batter is Jordan Eldred. First pitch away, ball 1. And next one misses, 2-0. Two and on Eldred with a runner at second and 1 out. Here's the set and the look back to second base. The pitch off the plate, 3-0. And that will send Eldred to first base. That'll put 2 aboard with 1 out. And back to the top of the order for Ethan Keller. That ball hit out into right center field. Vargas going to be waved around. Throw goes way up the line. That misses everything and goes to the fence in front of the dugout. Rocky Mountain not able to take advantage of an extra base. It does go as an RBI single for Keller as Vargas scores. That cuts the deficit to 4-1. Eldred now at second, Keller at first for Mitch Hulse. Hulse struck out his first time up. Trying to keep the base runners moving along. Now 2-0 to Hulse with 2 aboard and 1 out, 1 in. And the next pitch here on the inside corner is strike, and it's 2-1. Hernandez looking in. He's given up a couple of hits and a walk in the inning, plus 1 run. And the pitch gets away, 3-1. That misses for ball 4, so Hulse walks, and that loads the bases. 2 walks and 2 hits in the inning, and a number 3 hitter coming up, Zach Owens. But first, Miranda out to talk to Hernandez. Owens popped out to the second baseman, Kalamaya, his first time up. And hits a high fly ball into left center field. Kaler over to make the catch. Runner from third base tags, and now the ball is dropped in the outfield. So no catch. It was not on the transfer. And time called from the show dugout. So we'll see if it stands as called. Eldred scores on the play. And it should load the bases with Owens aboard on an E8 for KJ Sirianni. But first, a show baseball timeout. 2 across for Rocky Mountain Black in the third. They trail 4-2. First pitch. Fouled off by Sirianni, strike 1. And that ball hit into right field, and that is a foul ball. Just outside the line, down right field side, and it's 0-2. And Sirianni just able to reach out and foul that one away to stay alive. Keller at third, Hulse at second, Owens at first. 2 runs in for Rocky Mountain Black in the third inning. They trail 4-2. And that one just off the plate. I think that Joey Miranda, the catcher, thought he had strike 3, but called a ball, and it's 1-2. Punched out again, knocked well foul down the right side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And there, he got him on a swing and a miss, big breaking ball. And that's out number 2. That brings up Landon Gomez, who grounded out his first time up. First pitch fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. Next one down at the feet, and it's 1-1. Next pitch misses again, 2-1 the count. Couple of runs across for Rocky Mountain Black at the bottom of the 3rd inning. After Show Baseball scored 1 in the 1st and 3 in the 2nd. Ball fouled out of play on the right side, and it's 2-2. Hernandez looking in now, the right-hander ready. He sets, and his 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate, 3-2. That'll get the merry-go-round started with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Runners go, the 3-2. And it's fouled off. Gomez got a piece of it. I think it went off the catcher, Miranda. So we'll try it again. If Gomez can reach, Damon Jensen would bat for Rocky Mountain in the 3rd. And a big breaking ball, swing and a miss, gets Gomez. Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Aaron Hernandez, but he gives up the first 2 runs of the ball game. After 3, Rocky Mountain on the board, trailing 4-2. Brandon Kaler going after the first pitch, rolls a ground ball over to 3rd, throw across to first base, not in time. Kaler with good speed at the bottom of the order, legs out an infield single. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for Show Baseball. They have been helped out quite a bit by the free passes. 5 make it 6 walks and 2 hit batters. First pitch to Jacob Riamas over for a strike. Thomas walked and scored in the first. Was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the second. And he's hit again. So on to first he goes. That pushes Kaler to second base. And it'll bring up Keanu Kalamayan. Kalamayan with a double in the first. And he walked with the bases loaded in the second. And that ball hit well out to left field. But that hangs up long enough for Jensen to get there and make the catch. And that's out number one. First one to Joey Miranda, and that hits him on maybe the back foot there, so he'll go to first base. Fourth hit batter of the ball game for Rocky Mountain pitchers, and that loads him up for the cleanup hitter, Josh Marlaw. First pitch fastball high for ball one. Now Carlson has come in and done a good job out of the bullpen for Rocky Mountain Black. Came in with a bases loaded in the second, got back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning. Retired the first two in the third before giving up a hit, but then a strikeout ended that inning. But trouble here, and he might get out of it. Ground ball out at second and on to first, and that is a double play. So Miranda forced four and assisted at second. Gomez then throws on to Eldred at first base to complete the double play, and Show Baseball fails to score in the fourth. No runs, a hit, and two runners left on base. Midpoint of the ball game, Show Baseball 4, Rocky Mountain Black 2. Damon Jensen leads off for Rocky Mountain Black in the bottom of the fourth. Had a bunt base hit his first time up. First hit, first base runner in the ball game for Rocky Mountain. He takes slow and away, ball one. It's our second game of the day here on day two of the 2016 Desert Classic. We saw the Gauchos Black beat Sentinel Gold 8-0. That was in a 5:30 pool game this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow for a couple of more Upper Class Division pool games. The two time slots at 5:30 and again at 7:45. And then expecting to have a couple of championship games on Sunday. One of the lower age groups, either the Futures or Under Class Division game at 11:30, I believe, as Jensen gets a 4-pitch walk and moves to first. And then the Upper Class Division Championship game at 2 o'clock on Sunday. And you're going to get a timeout here as Jensen has walked to start the inning. Timeout comes out of the Show Baseball dugout. And we get a break in the action, playing in the bottom of the fourth, still 4-2. First pitch to Tyler Boggs, low and in, ball one. Turn and a throw to first. Close over there, but the runner Jensen is back. pitch bounced in there as a runner takes off, and Jensen gets to second base. The 2-0 pitch, that's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Boggs popped out to Riamas to end the second inning. Pitch off the plate, the count goes to 3-1. 4-2 our scores. We play in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rocky Mountain down a couple of runs as the throw goes back to second, and Jensen gets back. And a ball down the right field line. That's going to be a foul ball. And not playable down the line. Valenzuela gave chase. 3-2 on Boggs. Ray Vargas next for Rocky Mountain. And a pitch low, and it's ball 4. Runner coming out for Rocky Mountain Black is Lane Cutter. So he runs for the catcher Boggs, and pitching change for Show Baseball playing in the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-2. So it is a pitching change for Show Baseball. Daniel Miranda out to pitch. As the first one of Ray Vargas is bunted out and bunted straight back foul, strike 1. So Hernandez out of the ball game as he walked the first 2 hitters of the fourth there at first and second. Vargas had a base hit and scored a run his first time up. Showing bunt again as Daniel Miranda turns back to second base, no throw. Jensen at second, Cutter running for Boggs at first. Yeah, that ball bunted nicely on the third base side. Miranda Fields didn't have his feet set, but he was able to get enough on the throw to get it over there to first base. One four on the sacrifice. As Jensen goes to third and Boggs courtesy runner to second. So 2 in scoring position for Joe Rivera. Rivera a little bit tardy. Swing and a miss for a strike. And the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And down on strikes goes Rivera for out number 2. Now Jordan Eldred, the first baseman. Takes a fastball, but it's off the plate, ball 1. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Miranda misses outside, 2-1. And back over for a strike, 2-2. Couple of walks in the inning, a sacrifice moved him up a base each, and then a strikeout. That pitch off the plate, 3-2. Miranda trying to keep the game-tying runs on base and not allow them in. And that's a called third strike, and he does his job. Comes in and gets 3 straight outs and turns Rocky Mountain Black away. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 2 left. Rocky Mountains left 6 runners on in the last 3 innings, and after 4, they still trail 4-2. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Show Baseball in the 5th, and Troy Gutbub takes high for ball 1. Garcia and Daniel Miranda to follow in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch misses low, and it's 2-0. And a breaking ball over for a strike, 2-1. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Show Baseball. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Rocky Mountain Black. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball, and it's 2-2. Show Baseball's left 7 runners on, Rocky Mountain Black 6. Swing and a miss, but the ball in the dirt. And the throw on to first base is in time. Strikeout and a 2-3 put out. 1 away in the inning for Jaime Garcia. Ground ball foul outside of third base. Strike 1 to Garcia. And the next one low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, and Garcia goes around. According to the base, or the plate umpire rather, he made the call on his own. And the 1-2 pitch. Maybe overthrew it a little bit there, misses way outside, and it's 2-2. Breaking ball bounced in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the breaking ball over for a called third strike. And that gets Garcia 2 away in the inning. 6 strikeouts for Carlson in relief of St. John Garrett, who had 1 strikeout of his own. And Daniel Miranda. First one low, ball 1. And a ball fouled back to the backstop at the count 1-1. 2 outs and the base is empty. Top of the 5th inning. Show Baseball with a run in the first and 3 in the second led 4-0 after an inning and a half. Rocky Mountain Black with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to cut it to 4-2. That's where we're at in the 5th. And there's Miranda with a line drive base hit. That's through the left side and into left field. Miranda, 2-out base hit, his first and the 4th of the night for Show Baseball. And the batter is Isaac Varela. Courtesy runner over there at first base. I believe it would be Jaime Garcia. Couldn't see the number. He was diving over there. It looks like he's wearing 20, and if that's 20, it's Brandon Kaler. Could be Bronson Wyman wearing 30. Again, not able to see the number from when he came in. And time call. And a ground ball fielded. One play is going to be to first, and it is picked out over there at first base. And that will end the inning, a 5-3 ground out. And that does it for show baseball in the fifth. No runs, another hit, and another runner left on after 4.5. They still lead 4-2. Top of the order for Rocky Mountain Black in the bottom of the fifth. Ethan Keller takes strike one. Keller, Holtz, and Owens scheduled here in the fifth. The one-strike pitch. Over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Keller out on strikes. One away. That's 4 outs recorded rather by Daniel Miranda, and the last 3 by way of strikeouts. Now he goes after Mitch Hulse, who has struck out and walked in 2 trips. And the first pitch low, ball 1. Next pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch fouled off of the plate, and the count 1-2. Each of these teams with doubleheaders tomorrow. Show Baseball and Rocky Mountain Black will each play Gauchos Black and Sentinel Gold. A couple of local teams, one a sort of a combined travel team, the other one out of one high school, or most of one high school anyway. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off the netting. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty. Bottom of the 5th inning, Rocky Mountain Black trailing Show Baseball 4-2. Daniel Miranda took a little off there, missed outside, 3-2. And a swing and a miss. All strikes out, 2 away in the inning, 4 strikeouts for Daniel Miranda. And the batter is Zach Owens. Going after the first one, fouls it off. Owens popped out to the second baseman a Kalamayan to end the first, and then hit a fly ball into left center that was dropped. So that was an E8. Now the 1-strike pitch. It's fouled off at the plate, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Danny Miranda strikes out the side. It's a 3-up, 3-down fifth for Rocky Mountain Black. After 5, they still trail 4-2. 9, 10, and 1 in the order as we begin the 6th inning. Miguel Valenzuela with a pop-up in the shallow center that's caught by the shortstop Mitch Hulse. 1 pitch and 1 out in the 6th inning, and it'll bring up Brandon Kaler. First pitch low for a ball to Kaler. And the next one misses inside, and it's 2-0. And that pitch over for a strike. And then that misses low for ball 4. And that was actually Bronson Wyman, I beg your pardon. So that makes a little more sense for that courtesy runner in the last inning, since Brandon Kaler was not in the lineup. It was 20 that was out there running for Miranda, the pitcher. First one off the bat of Riamas fouled off. And that's strike 1. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 6th inning. 4-2, Show Baseball with the lead. Pitch to Riamas low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Throw over to first and the runner back. And things starting to wind down here on night number 2 in the 2016 Desert Classic. Back at it again tomorrow with games starting as early as 3 o'clock, then games at 5:30 and 7:45. Runner goes, pitch inside, throw to second, and he's out by a bit. As Wyman is caught stealing. And that's the second out in the inning. Breaking ball misses outside. And that'll miss for ball 4. Riamas out of the leadoff spot for Show Baseball has been hit twice and he's walked twice, so 0 for 0 from the batting average standpoint, but 1,000 for the on-base percentage. Pitch to Keanu Kalamayan. Low and away, ball 1. Runner at first and 2 away in the 6th. Ground ball skids past the third baseman and gets into left field. Ray Vargas in there now as the third baseman for Rocky Mountain Black. That one got on him in a hurry, so I don't know if that goes as a base hit or an error. That's a scorer's decision for sure. Either way, though, it's 2 aboard with 2 outs for Joey Miranda. Chance to gain a little distance again for Show Baseball. Remember, at one point they led 4-0. Now 4-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. Carlson bent at the waist, now sets, checks back to second base. And the 1-strike pitch, that's bounced in, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss for Joey Miranda, and he's down on the count 1-2. Carlson looking in. Now the set, the 1-2 pitch. And that one hits Joey Miranda. He's hit by a pitch for the 3rd time tonight. And it's the 5th hit batter of the game for Rocky Mountain pitchers. They'll load the bases with 2 outs. Josh Marlott will bat, but first a timeout out of the Rocky Mountain dugout. Playing in the 6th, it's still 4-2. First pitch to Marlott misses for ball 1. Pitch over for a strike and the count 1-1. And that's bounced in, but blocked by Boggs. Keeps the runner tied at third base. And the count goes to 2-1. To the score. Show Baseball trying to change that here in the 6th. The 2-1. This is low, and it's ball 3 with nowhere to put Josh Marlott. Ball 4 would force in a run. Ball fouled off at the plate. That runs the count full, 3-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Runners will take off with 2 outs in the inning. And Carlson, an extra long look over toward third and time call. And the runners go, and a 3-2 breaking ball misses for ball 4. Third walk of the inning plus a hit batter. And a run is in for Show Baseball. They lead 5-2. And Troy Gutbub at the plate for Show Baseball. And he's hit by a pitch, and that'll bring in another run. 2 runs in the inning. Show Baseball leads 6-2. And a ground ball out to short. That's off the shortstop. 1 run will score. Another one going to be waved around. The throw comes to the plate, not in time. And not able to get an out at either base as the other runners advance. That'll go as an E6 off the bat of Jaime Garcia. It's now a 4-run 6th inning for Show Baseball. They lead 8-2. And the batter is Daniel Miranda. First pitch, breaking ball, low and away, ball 1. 2 more in scoring position for Show Baseball here in the 6th. Oh, that ball hammered out to left field. Going to be a long run. Not going to get it. It hits off the fence. And a couple of runs score. It's 3:30 down the line. And that one hit about 1/4 of the way up the fence in left field. Miranda delivers a 2-run double. It is a 6-run 6th inning. And it's 10-2. Now Brandon Kaler out to run for the pitcher Miranda. And going to get a timeout out of the Rocky Mountain Black dugout, and that is going to be it for Dylan Carlson. I believe we play in the 6th. It's 10-2. Joe Rivera on the pitch for Rocky Mountain Black. And the first pitch to Isaac Varela misses high for a ball. Runner at second, and 2 outs in the inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. This run explosion for Show Baseball happening with 2 outs in the inning, as had a pop out and then a walk, but a caught stealing with just the 3rd batter at the plate. So it was a bases empty with 2 outs. Walk, error, hit batter, walk, hit batter, E6, and then a 2-run double. And a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Time called. The ball comes on the field from one of the other fields off the first base side. And the 2-2. And that ball crushed out to left field. And that's going to get another run in as Kaler, the courtesy runner, comes around to score, and pulling into second base, Varela with an RBI double, and it's 11-2. First pitch to Miguel Valenzuela outside for ball 1. Show Baseball bats around in the 6th inning as Valenzuela led off the inning, and now he's the 11th man to bat. Fastball near the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Pitch misses away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Big breaking ball, and it's popped up on the left side of the infield. And that's put away for the final out as Vargas makes the catch, and the inning is over, but 11 come to the plate in the 6th inning, and 7 runners score after 5.5. Show Baseball leads Rocky Mountain Black 11-2. KJ Sirianni leads off at the bottom of the 6th, takes outside for ball 1. Next pitch, fastball away, 2-0. Another one misses outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Daniel Miranda gets the 3-0 pitch over for a strike. It's 3-1. And that's ball 4. So leadoff walk. Last thing you want there, if you're Show Baseball, you score 7 in the 6th to go up 11-2, and then walk the leadoff hitter. And Landon Gomez. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Gomez 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. Next pitch misses low and away. It's 1-1. We're going to be approaching time limit as that throw goes over to first base and gets away, but scoring the ball game, they're not going to try to risk anything here. We're, I think, just a couple of minutes away from reaching the time limit, so I think this bottom of the 6th inning is going to be it. And I think it would be anyway if Rocky Mountain is not able to score a couple of runs. Swing and a miss there on the count 1-2. Pitch close, but called a ball, and it's 2-2. And now Gomez down on strikes. And that's the first out in the Rocky Mountain 6th inning. It'll bring up Damon Jensen. Time called. Jensen with a bunt single in the 2nd. He walked in the 4th. Pitch high for a ball to Jensen. Again, each of these teams will play 2 tomorrow. They'll each play against Sentinel Gold and Gauchos Black. All of the teams in the same pool. One misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. And then these 2 teams will meet again on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock to finish up pool play. Swing and a miss, and they count 2-1. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Rocky Mountain Black trailing Show Baseball 11-2. And that ball rocketed into center field and got knocked down there, played quickly, and sent right back into the infield. So a base hit puts 2 aboard with 1 out for Tyler Boggs. So Jensen has been aboard all 3 times, 2 hits and a walk. Boggs 0 for 1 plus a walk as he takes a strike on the inside corner. And that ball going to get knocked down, but trickled away from Joey Miranda, and that allows Sirianni to go to third on a wild pitch. Jensen stays put over at first base, so the double play still in order. And a hard hit ball into left field. That will fall for a base hit, and Rocky Mountain Black with a run on an RBI single from Tyler Boggs. Sirianni scores to make it 11-3. Jensen at second, Boggs at first. Batter is Ray Vargas. First pitch outside, ball one. And the pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Two aboard with one out, a run in for Rocky Mountain Black in the bottom of the sixth. And the ball fouled out of play on the first base side. It's 1-2. We've got the final game of the night here on the red side of the complex. The other three fields all wrapped up. And the 1-2, and that's going to get away and go to the backstop, and that'll allow the runners to move up. 2-2 on Vargas. Joe Rivera next for Rocky Mountain Black. And the 2-2 pitch. That's bounced in. Boy, runner's coming down the line, and now he's in trouble. But a late throw back to third base. Show Baseball not able to get the out there, and they sure should have. Now we'll get a timeout. 3-2 the count. Interesting time to take a timeout, but they'll stop the play here and come out to talk to Daniel Miranda, playing in the bottom of the sixth. It's 11-3. Back to play and a 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. So I guess the meeting has a little bit of effect there. A strikeout retires Vargas, and the batter is Joe Rivera. Leadoff walk in this inning for Rocky Mountain Black. They get him around to score a run to make it 11-3. Swing and a miss for a strike for Rivera. Out on a sacrifice in the third, struck out swinging in the fourth. Fastball off the plate, they count 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Off the plate wide, 2-1. And a swing and a miss, 2-2. Rocky Mountain Black down to their final strike. And it's a swing and a miss. Rivera strikes out. That ends the inning and ends the ball game. Rocky Mountain Black gets a run on 2 hits and they leave 2 in the 6th inning. We go final 11-3. Totals on the ball game for Show Baseball: 11 runs on 6 hits. They commit 1 error and they leave 9 runners on base. For Rocky Mountain Black, 3 runs on 5 hits. They commit 2 errors and they leave 8 runners aboard. Show Baseball goes to 1-0. Rocky Mountain Black falls to 0-1 in pool play, and we play I guess kind of a lengthy 2 hours and 6 minutes to get this one in the books. And both teams back at it with 2 games tomorrow and 1 pool game on Sunday morning. So that will do it. Again, our final score, it's Show Baseball 11 and Rocky Mountain Black 3 from Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.